Hi, welcome to orientation for One Day Academy Online. My name is Kirsten Crotchet, and I'm the Director of Online Operations for One Day Academy. Thank you for being here and for taking the time to get on the same page as we prepare for the coming school year. We are looking forward to starting our fourth year of serving ODA families with our online campus. The beautiful thing about ODA online is that if you attend a physical campus, you can also attend the online campus. And then we've even had some of our online families then go and attend a physical campus. So ODA Online gives you, as homeschool parents, a wide variety of options as you structure and plan your students' education. We're going to be starting our fourth year of ODA Online this year, and we started in 2020 and just immediately had a lot of success. We were able to find teachers who love teaching online and are innovative in the way that they handle the curriculum and handle courses in an online format. I definitely think we've been able to build a really beautiful community of students and teachers who enjoy the freedom and the flexibility of having an online format while also still reaping the benefits of ODA's excellent curriculum and live classes. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get us started. If you have already attended one of these orientations this week, or you will be attending an orientation, you're probably going to hear some of the same information. Like I said, we're all on the same page, right? So look for the time where it says expectations of students and families. It's about the halfway point towards that second half of this recording. That's going to be where you can find the things that are specific to an online campus. All right. So let's go ahead, get started with our slideshow. As I mentioned, this is the orientation for the 2023-2024 school year. So let's talk a little bit about ODA. Who is ODA? What are we about here at ODA? Well, there are four main things that really sum up what ODA is about. And this is ODA in a physical campus in Austin or Houston or San Antonio, as well as for ODA online. We are preparatory. That means we are all about helping you, the parents, come alongside of your student to prepare them for whatever God is going to call them to after high school. Maybe it's college, maybe it's trade school, maybe it's vocational work. Whatever it is, we're going to provide classes with high expectations and high rigor to prepare your student for whatever the Lord calls them to. We are comprehensive. We have classes in a wide variety of subject areas: math, science, English, languages, electives. All of those are available to you. And you have the opportunity to maybe just take one class, maybe take four classes. It's up to you, the parent. But we offer a wide variety of classes for you. We are affordable. Maybe you have a large family and you can take advantage of one of our family discounts. Maybe you're going to be able to do one or two classes instead of three or four classes. We can help you and come alongside of you to make it affordable for you, the homeschool parent. And ultimately, the thing that sets One Day Academy apart is that we are parent driven. You, as the parent, are going to be the one picking the classes. You, as the parent, are going to be the one holding your student accountable. You, the parent, are going to be in this with us. We are not a school here at One Day Academy. We offer classes 1 day a week, and the rest of the time you get to be working with your student. But it's a partnership. So let's talk a little bit more about this partnership that I just mentioned. Let's talk first about our part here at One Day Academy. I'm going to do that by reading a couple verses. So the first one is out of Exodus. When Moses' hands grew tired, they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat on it. Aaron and Hur held his hands up, one on one side, one on the other, so that his hands remained steady till sunset. So Joshua overcame the Amalekite army with the sword. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Write this on a scroll as something to be remembered, and make sure that Joshua hears it, because I will completely blot out the name of Amalek from under heaven." So it wasn't just Moses, it wasn't just Aaron and Hur, it wasn't just Joshua. There was this partnership, this group of people who were about the business of fulfilling God's calling um, on their lives. And honestly, it's a battle. It is a battle sometimes when we're trying to fight for our kids' education and make sure we're providing our students with the best education and the best opportunities possible. And so it can be a daunting experience if you, as a homeschool parent, are going it alone. So we come alongside of you, and through these classes, we help hold your hand steady. Here's another verse that speaks to that. This one's in Zephaniah 3. On that day it shall be said to Jerusalem, "Fear not, O Zion, let not your hands grow weak. For the Lord your God is in your midst, a mighty one who will save. He will rejoice over you with gladness. He will quiet you by his love. He will exult over you with loud singing." So again, we have this idea of battle, meaning a mighty one to save. And we are confident that if you're going about the business fulfilling God's call on your life to be a homeschool parent, He is going to be the mighty one who's with us, and He is going to be the one who saves us. But then it doesn't just stop there. He rejoices in us, He quiets us, and He exalts over us. So that's really what is at the heart of One Day Academy, going about the business of doing what the Lord has called you to do as a homeschool family. And let's circle back to that idea of steadiness that we talked about with the first verses. Think of it as a stool. The education of your student is that top part. And then you have ODA instruction, you have student participation, and you have parent accountability. When all of those legs are in place, you have a strong, steady, stable education. So you're going to have highly qualified, highly motivated um, teachers coming alongside of you. Students, you've got to put in your part. You've got to do the work. You've got to study, read, write the papers, do the tests. And then parents, encourage your kiddos, come alongside of them, hold them accountable. And when all three of us are working together, it provides a steady and stable experience. That flows into our mission and vision. And this mission that I'm about to read to you flows out of One Day Academy's mission, but it is specific to ODA Online. Our mission is to support homeschooling parents as they disciple their children by providing high quality education instruction online. We want to help our students shine like lights in this darkened world as they grow into godly young men and women. Those of you who have maybe had your student in one of my classes or who have attended one of these orientations before come back to the word shine every single year. And the world is such a dark place. There's so much darkness in the world. And I rest in confidence knowing that greater is He who is within me than he who is in the world where it's dark. I know that He will be faithful to complete the good work that we set about. But we really want to take our students and help them to be everything that God has called them to be so that they truly are shining like lights in this world. So let me talk to you a little bit about our faculty members. All of our ODA faculty are quality, degreed, involved, and experienced. So let's talk about each of those a little bit more. Quality. These teachers have been with ODA, some of them for decades. They are high quality teachers who understand the heart and the goal and the mission of ODA, and they're ready to take it to an online format. Our teachers at ODA Online are all degreed. Some of them have multiple degrees. They're all involved within their community. Maybe that's at church, maybe that's volunteering in different opportunities to serve, but all of them are working in other ways to serve and honor and grow the kingdom. They're also experienced. I added up our English teachers for ODA Online, their experience in the classroom, and it was over 100 years. So you have teachers who are not only experienced at teaching, but they're experienced in their field. They have a love and a passion for the curriculum, for the content that they're teaching. We want to have the best faculty in town, and we're online. We have these amazing teachers, and we bring them to you in a live format so your student can ask questions and interact. Our teachers maintain communication throughout the week through email or Google Classroom so that there's always a way for your student to have access and you to have access to these amazing faculty members. So here's the part where it's slightly different than if you're attending a physical campus. So, everyone pay attention. Once you become an ODA Online family, once you're registered for classes and you're signed up and good to go, here are the things that I need from you. Okay. There is some overlap between our online campus and our physical campuses. There are some differences that I want to highlight. Read our policies. ODA has policies, and those are in place to protect and to help us achieve our goal of shining like lights, to hold one another accountable. So take time and read through our policies. I'm going to show you here in a minute where you can access those. Have your student read the policies. There's stuff about the way you interact with the people in your classes. There's things about academic integrity, dress code. And even though there are parts of the policy that won't apply to you because you're not in a physical building, you can better understand the heart behind what's happening. Once your student has done that, there is a teen acceptance form. So if your student is 13 or older, he or she will need to sign that form saying, yes, I have read this. Yes, I will submit myself to these rules and to these policies. Then you, as a family, need to register with One Day Academy. This happens annually. You need to make sure you take care of that. Order books, whatever books your teacher has set aside for you. And then we're ready for class time. Here's what I need to talk about with class time. These classes, as I've mentioned, are all taught live. All of our campuses are taught live. All of our classes, I'm sorry, are taught online live. So you need to be prepared to show up or have your students show up in class on time. Camera on, equipment ready to go. I get that sometimes things happen, but the expectation is that your student comes to class on time, is in class the entire time, and has his or her camera on the entire time. All right. This increases interaction. It really just helps build the class environment. So, also during class time, you need to be respectful of the teacher as well as your fellow students. So, Most of our teachers choose to turn off the chat unless they're having class discussion. That way, students are focused. Um, Zoom chat, it's like the note passing of 2023. So be prepared, have your homework ready to turn in, have your equipment ready to go. Parents, please take some time before the first day of class. So this week, take some time and make sure your student knows how to log into Zoom. Make sure your student knows um, how to log into Google Classroom and turn work in that way. Make sure that there's a camera and a microphone ready to go, that you have a spot set aside for your student to work. And then parents, we ask that you pay tuition in a timely manner. Um, General rule of thumb is that tuition is due the first class day of the new month. August and September are counted as 1 month. All of our teachers have different ways you can pay them, whether it's mailing a check or a digital option. So look at your teacher's faculty page and it'll have information on all of that. And we know that stuff happens. Sometimes your financial situation changes during the school year. If that happens, please be quick to communicate with your teacher. These teachers have a heart for your student, for serving your family in this way. So perhaps there's something that can be worked out. So please just be quick to communicate with your faculty member. If you have any questions, whether it's after this, whether it's during the school year, first check our website. And that's onedayacademy.com/online. You can also email me. There's my email address. And then we do have a Facebook page as well as an Instagram account. And you can poke around there. We have fun pictures, fun meet the teacher posts. So this could be an opportunity for you to learn a little bit more about One Day Academy and One Day Academy Online. So reach out to me anytime you need. All right. Um, Next up, I'm going to take you to the website because I mentioned a couple things that you're going to need to do on the website. So onedayacademy.com is where you're going to head, and you will be right here. Anytime with your poking around on the website, if you just need to come back to this main page, just hit this little One Day Academy emblem right there. So first off, I want to talk about registering. So you're going to click registration. If you are a new family, you'll click here to pay that. And if you're a returning family, you will click there to pay that. You also can reach out to Mrs. Gonzalez with any questions or concerns you have about that. Returning families, you will need your ODA number. So make sure you have that so that you can fill out the registration form and then pay your annual registration. New families, you do not need to have an ODA family number. That will be issued after your interview is submitted to our registrar. She'll be emailing you with your number. So as you're registering for classes, you can just put 0000, 4 zeros, and you can register for classes, even if you do not yet have an ODA number, but be on the lookout. All right, let's head back here. Books. Once you've registered with ODA and you've registered with a faculty member, you're going to need to order books. We do have an ODA bookstore, and this is going to have our ODA authored materials. So you're going to click on bookstore, and that's going to pop up, and you're going to have the opportunity up at the top. It says online ODA student materials. Even if you're attending an orientation or a physical campus, please go ahead and make sure you order your books for an online class through this portion of the website. There's a separate one for in-person class materials. So make sure you do that, please. And lots of information. Reach out to your faculty member if you have any questions about what book you do or don't need. I'm going to head to the online portion of our website. And this is a really great place with lots of information. So if you need to look at the schedule, you're still 100% settled on the schedule for your student this year. Well, there you go. You can pull it up here. All of our courses are listed alphabetically. We have the course number, the campus is just going to say live class. Then the faculty member, you're going to want to make note of the faculty member, the day of the week. Unlike our other campuses, we do not meet all on the same day of the week. Some classes are on Tuesdays and some are on Thursdays and some are on Mondays. So pay special attention to that so that you can be sure to have your kiddo in the right place at the right time. We have class start time as well as class ending time so that you can best know the schedule for your student. Now, I will point out that those times are central time zone. Okay. So if you're on the East Coast, you need to adjust. If you're on the West Coast, you need to adjust. And I've had students in both situations. I had a class one year where I had a student from uh, North Carolina and a student in California. So we had both coasts covered. So make sure if you are not in Texas, if you're coming from another state, please make sure you know that this is all central time zones. All right. Um, Once you have picked the class, then you can go to the online faculty page and you can see our online faculty members and you can just click on one of their pages. We'll go to mine for simplicity's sake. Here's the course and payment information, and here's where you can register for classes. Every faculty page has those two buttons. So just be ready and looking for those, and they'll give you all the information you need. All right. So there's that. Classes begin the week of August 28th. And the other thing is we don't close registration during the fall semester. We've had students who need to make a change. So unless the class is too full, we do not close a class or stop registration until the spring semester. So that is up to the faculty members, but that is our in general rule. Okay, so be looking for um, other possibilities if need be for your student. All right, we're heading back to that main part of the page to look at policies. You can click that there, and then you're just going to click right here, the 2023-2024 ODA policies. And that gives you all of our policies. It speaks to the purpose as well as kind of the desire to set boundaries for the betterment of everyone involved with ODA online. Okay, I think that's it for the website. I mentioned, real quick, let me show you something else. I mentioned that you're going to need to sign some forms, the teen acceptance forms. That can all be found either in the returning family registration process or the new family registration process. So if you haven't done that yet, make sure you take care of that so that your student has all the paperwork done and is ready to begin the school year. And that brings us to the end of our time together. I look forward to another amazing year with the students that I'm going to be working with. And I know my other faculty members are also excited about the coming school year. Please reach out to me if you have any questions. And I look forward to hearing about everyone's amazing year.